Hi, welcome back to the podcast. It's me, your host, Cher,
also known as
Autumn Moon, bitch.
and it's me, teen pop sensation Ariana Grindr. Welcome back to Glamazon Prime. In a genuine nice way. Can we please tell the people the lore about the nice way? Because remember when we originally started to do a pod, we recorded a pilot episode of the podcast that only a few select people have heard it. So if you ever want to hear the pilot, let us know. We might post it as a little bonus. But the podcast was originally called In a Nice Way.
In a genuine nice way.
And what was the lore? Because that 95% of the things that I say is a direct quote from you. So please tell the lovely listeners.
Where did it come from?
Nice way. I love when it gets non-verbal. Like we say, like it starts off as like, you know, like when someone said, "And no, I mean it's in a nice way." But when someone opens something else, I mean it in a nice way. It's never in a nice way. Yeah. They say something horrible, decrepit, and horrible, but
like
in a nice way.
She's really heavy, like, but in a nice way.
In a nice way.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
It's always that kind of.
And
thing.
then it becomes.
And then it was just everything. I don't know where it came from. There's so much of that has just seeped into oblivion, like where all these little isms came from.
Listen, we've yet to be diagnosed. We're yet to be diagnosed.
Undiagnosed, but something's wrong.
I think there's a diagnosis coming.
Diagnosis.
Lightning. Turn around.
Come here, did you ever hear that story years ago? Where the girl was chewing on her hair.
Okay.
And she swallowed loads of her hair and it went into a big ball and impacted her stomach and then she died.
And she didn't spit it out?
No.
That was her fault.
Silly.
I'm a victim blamer. Cancel me now. Victim blamer.
But that's like when the people goes, if you leave that face like that, the wind will change, it'll stay with that. And I was just sitting over there with my eyes too far apart, like, I'm not making a face. This is just my face. Yeah.
Cancelled. Don't mind. You're
gorgeous. If you suck your tongue, the bell man will come and take it away.
Oh, I fucking wish you would come and take me away. Listen, the
fucking
time. It's the last day of. I was going to say last day of spring. It's not. It's the last day of February. Shout out February. You've been a great month. Yo, it's got to be March tomorrow.
Springtime.
I'm not doing that. I'm not that forming that fucking man.
Although the Producers is a fantastic show.
It's a fantastic show. But you remember?
Shout out to Mel Brooks, friend of the pod.
Shout out James Duffy, friend of the pod. James Duffy was in that musical, and there's photos of her wearing the costume. It all comes out. No, but shout out James Duffy, Carl Dawson, friend of the pod. But he did the musical, the producers, and obviously in the costume, but the pictures of him in the musical get flagged every time because they're seeing all the symbols and stuff. Yeah. It's not mad. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Wild, but shout out James Duffy, friend of the pod.
I did always think that Springtime for Hitler look in a gorgeous sequin gown, and then I said, no, that's too much.
I'm not even contributing to that because I'm not going down.
No, it's too much.
I won't go down with this shit. Come on, I know. Friend of the pod. I used to think it was I won't go down with this shit. And I was like, I can't believe they're allowed to say that on the radio.
What are you, fucking deaf?
Well, listen, I'm tone deaf. Oh, snap out of it. But come here to me. Did you ever get on the Gleek train? Were you a Gleek? Remember Glee off the telly? Yeah.
You know, when it first started, because I was at that very groomable, impressionable
just call me old. Just call me old.
No, I was in. No,
if you're gonna call me old on my our own podcast, call me old. You old decrepit bitch. I'm over here on dialysis.
I was
hooked up to a machine.
Yeah, I started watching it, but I think I was in second year or fourth year in school.
You're just gonna call me old. I had a girlfriend at the time. I was dating, and not to rehash old jokes, but the biggest shocker is I was the top.
I used to think of you as very coded in school.
Very much.
And you are. I mean that
very much in a very genuine nice way.
Very Curtis boots, Curtis slave.
And he was getting lashed out of it by Blaine. Listen, Blaine could lash me out of it any day.
Any day to be.
In a nice way. While he's singing this fucking hokey pokey teenage dream cover.
Oh, you can't. I'm doing the moves, but the listeners can't see the moves.
They're very stunning and gorgeous moves. It's doing Michael. It always comes back to Michael.
Yeah, that was Blaine.
Oh, was it? I got it. The treble tones? It was the treble tones, is it? No, that's Pitch Perfect. Was it? I don't. I'm so. My gay card has been revoked. Who's the treble tones? No, what are they called? I think that was Pitch Perfect.
But I remember when I started watching Glee. I started watching it with my grandmother and Catty. Catty's coming up a lot in this pod. We need to get her on. We actually need to get her on.
Friend of the pod. Yeah, we'll get her on. She'll be our first guest.
But we started watching it together, and then I was like, oh, there's a bit of filth in this. There's a bit of mature themes. I wasn't expecting it. I was thinking, I was a big High School Musical fan before this.
Same, gay, queer.
Yeah, we're gonna eat the ass.
gonna eat the ass.
And
You can eat my asshole.
and lick it up. Yeah.
Oh,
And
cute.
so I thought
Available on iTunes.
Yeah, available now. Bop to the ass, available on iTunes. But I thought that it was going to be, Glee is cashing in, and they kind of were. But
it was so good.
It was much of a sharper edge. And remember when it came out and they'd be like, I remember like the Irish Times writing articles. This is disgraceful because it was two girls kissing on it.
Yeah.
And there was actual people giving them.
Oh, really?
I'm like, imagine them trying that nowadays. People be like, what the fuck?
Fuck off.
She would have fuck in it.
Sue Sylvester was just the way they wrote
Icon.
her character. Very good, very cutting, just iconic. Straight away, I was like,
Sue Sylvester.
but like very queer coded for the time. Like a woman with a short cropped haircut and a tracksuit was very at the time. It was like of the time.
We all
now
have one of them aunties.
it's not. It didn't age very well, in that respect. That we all thought she was like gay, but at the same time back.
I know. I didn't really pick up on that.
Oh really? But back then, when you think of like Mel C, was like a woman in a tracksuit was very that's Butch. She's the gay one. Whereas now you wouldn't. She's not, but it's just because now.
Was she bi?
Oh, that's right.
Was there not some sort of me and Jerry?
Oh no, that was Mel B. Who did I say? Oh, sorry, I meant Mel C. Mel C. Oh, Mel B and Jerry allegedly.
Oh, sorry,
and let's be honest, Lebanese.
Who were you talking about?
They were Lebanese. I was singing the Sporty Spice Mel C.
Oh right. So there was a Mel B and a Mel C in the Spice Girls.
Yeah, how did you not know that? There was a Mel B and a Mel. Where were you?
Gay card revoke. No, I was a big Spice Girls fan, but I only knew them as their names.
Oh, the Sporty Spice, Baby Spice, and all that. Oh my God, I wore out
Five
Old
Spice.
Yeah, Old Spice. Thank you, Jinx.
I'll be Spice Bag and you can be Old Spice.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just call me old. Fucking hell, I'm getting it today. That's me old business. I fucking wish I was getting it. That's me old business. Fucking dry. My DMs are drier than me an unfanged. That's me old business. Yeah, I'll get you on for misogyny now. Watch. And no, but I love the Spice Girls. I love Spice World. I burnt holes in I had the lime green VHS, and I remember it said they don't just sing. I was like, what do you mean? They sing? I said, no, they even sang. That's rubbish. They was fucking brilliant. And Jerry, Baby Spice wore this gorgeous Conchilina outfit on the cover, and it was like this 60s little dress, and she was bent over looking up. Iconic. I thought I fancied her. I obviously didn't. I just wanted to be her. I do want to remake that outfit someday.
Yeah, do. I'll do Scary.
Listen, well, you know.
I already have the leopard print dress one.
Listen, that's your own business. You do, to be fair. Just lay off the pants stick. Please don't get me cancelled.
I will wear mascara and nothing else that day. So
okay.
nobody.
Oh my God, I have an idea. So, gun to your head. I get cancelled.
Right.
Really badly. Like.
Okay. What did you do? Or did you do it? Or doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter because the court of public opinion has said that I've done it, and you have to replace me on a moment's notice with another show host, another drag queen, another person. Who do you get?
I'm sorry. I thought we were doing like a fucking face-off thing there. I thought I had to like dress up as you to fill in at the show.
Well, listen,
and you were going to ask me what I was going to wear, and then
if I eventually get on Drag Race or one of these programs and I have to disappear for a while, will you please just go to my gig in my drag that I leave behind, and you can be Ariana Tinder, and don't say anything.
I'll just wear a little face mask and be like,
and the Diddy plate.
Yeah.
And shake your titties and just pretend it's me. Say nothing to nobody. Like when I get on Drag Race, there,
absolutely.
I can't tell anyone. I can't. I won't be able to tell anyone, but there will be signs because Autumn Moon will be wearing my drag and a face, a boob plate, a breast boob titty plate, and my face mask and my wigs.
I'll have to take her in. It'll be fucking swimming.
Oh, listen, no, but come here to me. If I get cancelled or I disappear in the middle of the night to film an unspoken television show and I'm gone for a few weeks, who will you replace me with?
Taken by the RuFO.
The RuFO.
Who do I replace you with? Like a drag queen from Ireland or just
probably
dream person of anybody?
No, that's whatever you want.
Okay, well be more specific because the suited.
You're like, this is reminding me of like, Neville, this is a podcast. You're gonna have to say more than yes. Like you scalped me. I love it. And I remember being like, well, should I take that? I was like, no, it's too funny. Let's leave it. There was one thing that we actually did. I did cut out. And I feel like I should have left it in. It was when we were recording the podcast in your front room, and your mum came home from a night out, and she just knocked on the window, and she went, "Oh my God, what did she say?" She was like, "Oh my God." She said, "No." She was like, "Who?" She said, "Oh my God, what did she say?" It was so funny, and I was just like, "Who's that?" But it was so. Oh my God, I have to cut this out because I'm saying it wrong. I'm not doing it justice. She said something really funny.
Shout out to Linda, friend.
Shout out Linda, friend of the pod.
Okay, so who would I replace you with? Well, it would have to be someone that kind of matches your energy. You know, someone gorgeous, cunty, funny.
Dustin the turkey.
No, somebody who's as stuntly as you. What's that girl who murdered her ma and then she got a reality show? Gypsy Rose.
Oh, Image. She can get Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose Lee.
Who would I replace you? I don't know. See, you're irreplaceable.
You must not know by me. You know.
Right, who am I getting replaced by?
You are getting replaced. But I've actually thought about this.
No,
Wally Madsen. No, who's funny? I don't fucking know. You're irreplaceable too, darling.
It is a hard question.
It is about. Oh, I fucking wish it was hard. That's my own business. Yeah, no, it is. I shouldn't even play this game because I can't even think of anyone good. Who was just talking about good personality on the drag scene?
The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs in the KPG extinction event, Mama.
Who was funny? Who do I have a funny back and forth with? Yeah, I don't know.
Your therapist.
My therapist. I fucking need to get into therapy.
That's the point of our help.
I'm a year on my fucking antidepressants, and every time I go to the doctor, he's like, "So how are you getting on with therapy?" And I still haven't gone to the therapist yet.
That's me antidepressants.
And what about my uncle's depressants? What about him?
Mega.
Speaking of which, let's talk about the two genders.
Yes.
Cher and Madonna.
Absolutely. Or according to Disney.
Oh my god, yeah. I was in Disneyland Paris, and on all the toilets in the hotel we were staying in, shout out Disneyland Paris, friend of the pod. Thank you. On the door, they have silhouettes of like men and women or whatever for the boys and girls toilets, and they don't have a daytime toilet yet, but listen, don't worry chicken, we're getting more woke. We'll have one someday. Thank you. But anyways,
so who was on the girl?
Oh, the girls' toilets was a silhouette of Mary Poppins.
And the boys?
Bert from Mary Poppins.
Now,
so the two genders.
Who would they use for the day them? Because I already know who my answer is.
Who?
No.
I was going to say Stitch.
No, Pleakley.
Oh, the very much from Lilo and Stitch. Not close enough.
Trans icon.
The very much, probably one of the first cross-dressers in Disney lore.
No. Timon and Pumbaa.
Okay, sorry.
That's
sorry for erasing. Sorry for erasing their tea.
Erasing queer culture.
The very much. I'm sorry. This is my YouTube crying apology video with a ukulele.
The most left could never.
The very much.
And I was going to say Bugs Bunny because he did a lot of drag Tina, but he's
yeah,
not
she wasn't Walt Disney.
He's Looney Tunes.
The tunes. Speaking of the tunes, I fucking love Space Jam.
What's up, Doc?
I have them on, but that's his own business. Just wipe it off and do it again. Oh my god, I love Space Jam. I haven't seen the sequel.
Flop Tina. I haven't seen it, but I know.
I heard, so that's what kind of put me off.
The original's great.
Oh, so good. Lola Bunny,
Michael Jordan and all, hilarious.
The very much.
And
nice way.
You can't talk about like rabbits and Disney without like bringing up Miss Jessica Rabbittina.
The very much with the big slit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was also wearing a dress. Oh my god, thank you. Come here to me. It is the 28th of February, I want to say. Anyway, Sabrina Carpenter is rolling into town very soon. I have a very stuntelina cuntelina outfit planned. Because she's a drag queen.
Sewing machine. She's a minger. You can have that right.
Art is subjective. But yeah, she used to dip the wick in the Irish whiskey. She used to ride Barry. Is it Keoghan or Keoghan? I'm Irish and I don't know his name. Keoghan.
If I was in school and I read that off a list, I'd say Keegan. No, that's not. No, Barry Keoghan.
If I was an American, I would have been like Keoghan.
Yeah. Hey, do you know Barry Keoghan from Galway?
When I used to work in the hostel/tour company, Americans would come in and book, I'd like to get 2 tickets to the Cliffs of Mother.
It's giving Cliffs of Mother.
Oh
my god, Cliffs of Mother.
The Cliffs of Mother. It's so funny when you like that. The place I worked in, I can't name it just in case I get fucking in trouble. But anyway,
you can't name it for the 4th time.
Yeah, I can't tell you that it was Paddy McIntour's. They used to sell cans of air from the Cliffs of Mother. Empty cans, and people would come and buy €5 for an empty can to go and open it and scoop up some, and then it will say a gift from Ireland, the Cliffs of Mother.
You should start doing that in Panty.
I should start selling cans of farts.
I farted this one out earlier.
If dear listeners, if you would buy some of my farts from the Cliffs of Mother,
you're gonna get a lot of weird DMs now.
Listen, if I can monetize it, you know I'm capitalist Barbie over here. I'll fucking do it. Don't threaten me with a good time. But Sabrina Carpenter's coming. I have a very cunty outfit. I'm going with my sisters and my friends. Shout out to the pod, or friends of the pod. I'm gonna look very cunty. It's like this blue number with beads and feathers.
And is it a recreation of a tour loop?
It's actually, see, I didn't make it. It's from the little babies in the Shein factories in China.
Oh, right.
But I was watching a tutorial on how to make it look like one of her tour outfits. But since then, she went to the Grammys in this blue, feathery moment. And you're in the tutorial I was watching, you're supposed to pluck the feathers off. I'm leaving the feathers there now because she's into feathers now. She actually has a song called Feathers, very good.
And her hat for the Grammys was designed by Miss Gunther. Shout out to Gunther, friend of the pod.
Gunter?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
The guy who designs hats.
Oh, go away.
No, he's a little queer designer. He's a little guy.
Is he a munter?
I was absolute munter.
He's a little munter and a gunter, but that's his own business. But yeah, she was dipping her wick in Barry Keoghan. They're broken up now, allegedly. Allegedly, he cheated on her. With some like TikToker is what I heard, but then he did this post and like, please, people are calling me a bad son, and all, and please everyone leave me alone, let me on me bad.
You know he used to look normal, and then I sat in his face.
Nice way, you fixed him. I can change him. What, is fucking nappy? Did he shit himself? Oh my god.
Oh, he's one of these now. I do not condone this, but it's a phenomenon that has absolutely nothing got to do with me. This rap boyfriend. Have you seen this rap boyfriend summer?
No.
Now it's summer gone, so it's a bit.
Oh, bra.
No. This was hot rodent boyfriend, hot rat summer, and it was like him.
That was my time to shine. That could have been me. Why did no one tell me? Why do you not keep
bring
it back? Bring it back. Bring it back.
It was like him, Timothée Chalamet.
Oh.
Who else was on it?
Who's riding too?
Do you know the guy?
He's riding Kylie Jenner or is it Kendall Jenner? Which one is he riding?
They're
all the same.
Fucking Egypt. What your man who was in The Crown?
Just crown him.
Do you know he played?
I spread my legs and it's crown him.
Or Charles Wonder. Anyway, but he's very Ratina. He's good, like he's good looking.
Okay.
But he's Ratina. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Remy, like.
But if you looked at them all, Barry was on it. If you looked at them all, you'd be like, oh my god, no, I get it.
Funny looking faces.
No, but it is hot.
Flushed away, like flushed away.
That flushed away rat was on it.
A lot of people fancy him.
Well, he was on it. Hot Rod Summer.
Let's talk about that.
Hot Rod Boyfriend.
I can't believe I missed this. I remember Brat Summer. I saw that happen. You couldn't fucking miss that, but I didn't know about Rat Summer.
Hot Rod.
I did love when we were all doing those like lookalike competitions. It was like the Barry Keoghan lookalike competition, the Timothée Chalamet lookalike. I kept doing posts on my Instagram I was like, I'm hosting a Jonathan Bailey lookalike competition in my bedroom. It was a rage and no one showed up, so I had to just ride the doll again. Oh my god, shout out my Barbie doll collection, friend of the pod.
Here, come here, you've well made your money out of that doll now.
Oh, listen, try it.
Fucking thing
I got
needs
my
to be
money's
retired.
worth. You know
That
what I mean?
doll needs to be sent out to a farm.
If you listen
the rest of his days.
If you listen very closely to it, you can hear him say, help me, kill me. Listen, he's the top. This is our business.
Dancing through life, dancing through your smile and test down in your neck.
It's like, what? Remember that part, the magic school bus? He shrinks down and goes up through my body and comes out again. Like, was it Miss Frizzle? Oh, I did a Miss Drizzle. I drizzled all over the place. That's to be over this podcast. I'm very bold. Nice way. Oh, but yeah, Barry Keoghan went to the college. We went to the same acting college.
Oh my God.
We went to. So basically, we went to Bow Street Academy. Shout out Bow Street Academy, friend of the pod. Great course, stunning, gorgeous behaviour. Yeah. But there's a picture of him up on the wall as like alumni, and there's also a painting of him behind the reception desk. Lovely.
There you go. Hot Rod Summer.
Do you know what I mean?
Hot Rod Boyfriend.
Fucking Christmas. Hopefully they'll pop up a picture of me very soon when I get famous.
Or they could have like a wall of hot rodents.
They're very much. But listen, I volunteer as tribute. Nice way. Well, come here to me. We were talking about Glee, and we didn't even talk. We have so many Glee stories.
Oh
so
my god! I know that there's certain people who are listening to this pod now who are shaking
in their boots. Tina. Oh, and because we stopped talking about it, they thought they got away with it.
Yeah.
He thought he got away with it. But
circle back, mama.
We're gonna circle back because a friend of ours actually had a threesome with a cast member.
He's not a friend. I'm not going to call him a friend.
Oh. We literally just talked to him on the phone.
I think calling him a friend might narrow down the circle of success.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So a person that we once spoke to.
Let me circle back. We don't know this person. A person that we do.
Not anonymous.
An anonymous tipster told us that they had a gangbang with Kurt Kummel from Glee.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he had a little party in the back of his mouth. He filled them full of Glee. Way.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky.
He'll be licky. He was licky and lucky. That's his own business. Yeah, no, a person we know, not a friend.
Could have been a woman.
It could have been a woman. It could have been a day then. Could have been fucking anyone. But they had Glummel. He got glug. He gave him the glug 3000, but he had him at the back of his throat.
Yeah, don't worry. We will have to do rebuttal pods.
Oh my god, yes. So
we'll bring Kurt on.
Bring him back. Bring it back. Sing it back to me.
So we'll bring on Kurt.
We're going to bring on Kurt. We're going to bring on Samantha Mumbles. And anyway, if you've been affected or personally victimised by this pod, or you know someone who we've spoken about and they don't agree, or they want to apologise or whatever about something we said,
or tell us we're absolutely fucking delusional, that never happened.
And it never happened. Come on, we're going to have a rebuttal episode where everyone is going to be invited into the studio. You'll all have a seat. We'll pass the microphone around and you can read us for filth, mama.
Yeah.
We can take it. We're big girls. But yeah, so someone we know had a delicious gangbang with someone from Glee, and I find that very cuntolino for snatchy, to quote you.
And did you not either?
Oh, I actually have a Glee story as well. I fucking wish I fucking wrote your man Kurt Hummel from Glee. Kurt Gummel. I would have preferred Blaine. What's his name?
Darren Chris.
Darren Chris. Oh, Darren Chris Beanie. I would have had a Zish Beanie in me Nat King Cole. But that's the old business. Thank you. But yeah, no. When Panty, shout out Panty Bliss, my drag mother, a friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
Thank you. Thank you for her job. Thank you for not firing me when you could have a million times before. I don't know how I'm still in that place. I love Panty Bar, I love Penny Lane. I don't know how they haven't sacked me.
Don't count your eggs. You might not be before.
Well, listen, by the time this pod comes out, I could be sacked, so I'm job seekers. But listen, that's my own business. But I remember when Panty was on Dancing with the Stars, and we had an after show party back in Panty Bar, shout out Panty Bar, friend of the pod. But there was your man, the Irish fella from the Glee, who won the Glee project. His name is Jamie McGinty. Damien McGinty. That was my really bad. He's from up north, but anyway, I was locked and not out of it, and he was locked and not out of it. And I said, you know what? I got him a drink, and I said, right, here's your drink. I did something for you, now you need to do something for me. And I cornered him and I said, can Leah Michelle read? Because you know, like there's all this like TikTok stuff about her, and even now Leah Michelle is dipping her toe in this, and she's pretending she can't read. And she's
it's kind of on a similar vein to the Avril Lavigne is a clone.
The very much. Yeah. It's like, it's a hokey pokey thing.
Like it's obviously true.
The very, very much. Thank you. But yeah, apparently Avril Lavigne's clone is called Melissa.
And can she read?
Melissa. That's her own business. I'm not about
to...
Can
clones read?
But listen, we're about to fucking
comment down below.
Thank you.
If you're a clone and would like to come on the pod,
let us know and have your rebuttal in the rebuttal episode. It's like the reunion and fucking the Housewives. It'd be like that. In a nice way. But anyway, I asked your man, I cornered him and said, listen, I bought you a drink, now you need to do something for me. Bend over. And then tell me if Leah Michelle can read. No. I just said, listen, can she read? And I can't, for GDPR reasons, I can't tell you what you tell me.
No. But you could probably write it down and she wouldn't know.
She'll never know. She'll never know.
What I will say about her is I get the whole, she does a bit of a thing I got online, people find her annoying. I'm like, whatever people want to say about her, I've never met the girl. She has a fantastic voice.
Pair tits. No,
oh my god, I love her voice.
Nice
her voice.
Way. Stop objectifying women in 2025 or whatever year it is when you're listening to this podcast. Thank you. No, but there was a lot of people saying that she was very troublesome and also racially insensitive, which isn't very forgiving.
She couldn't read the room. Maybe that's what they mean.
Oh, she couldn't read the... That's the point. Oh, listen. Oh, cancel her
we
now.
Solved it. You know, like that glitter conspiracy?
Listen, everyone, two white women on a podcast absolved her of racism, so it's okay. I am joking, of course. Thank you. Don't tell me not to read. Just sit and put on. That was somebody sang a funny girl. Sorry, I'm hilarious. Thank you.
So speaking of reading, do you read?
Well, I actually famously can't read, but I do Braille.
Yeah.
I do colouring books.
Oh, that explains the makeup.
Oh my gosh. Shout out Lauren, friend of the pod, who promised to be quiet as a mouse, is failing miserably.
Yeah, that's canned. That's
their own business. No, that was canned laughter. I feel like we're on Nickelodeon.
Because I'm not really. I'm a Slady HD realness.
Oh, that's
so I don't really read, but you know what I love?
What do you love?
Audiobook.
Come on,
So I'll be sitting there drawing or working away or tidying my room or just chilling out in bed or whatever or sewing. See if I'm sewing an audiobook.
No, to be fair, I love an audiobook. The one I'm doing at the moment is Joan Rivers.
Oh, love that.
Everyone I hate everyone including me, and she reads it. Iconic. Stunning gorgeous behaviour. What are you doing at the minute?
At the moment I'm listening to Cher's
audiobook. Oh, snap out. Oh, come here to me.
Chapter 1.
Because I'm imagining glam, origin stories. Tell me, I listened to a bit of it. She was talking about going to an Elvis concert, and her and her ma were sweating over Elvis. There wasn't a dry seat in the house.
Well, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of cool stories. There's also a lot of drama.
Drama, mama.
There's some parts are dark.
In a nice way.
Dark lady. No, some parts
dark lady.
There's some down in the candle and bell. Yeah, But there's a part where her granddad tries to gas her mother and brother as children in the apartment.
Oh my god, she invented gaslighting. Sorry.
No, but I mean, there's a lot of like, family trauma that I'm like, you wouldn't expect necessarily somebody to delve that deeply, but she does, and fair play to her because she's very honest.
Listen, remember we went to the concert and like half the concert was a podcast of her
What's
telling
your granny
stories.
doing tonight?
What's your granny doing tonight? But I loved it that she would stop and do a 15-minute fucking story.
And she sang every bar of it live. She sang about 4 bars, but maybe not live. Because when I did the little robot voice and believe that was Robot Tina, but the rest of the entire show was live.
It was a great
and
show.
She was running up and down. She was corsets. She was wigs.
I know we talked about this already. I think in the first or second episode. But do you remember how gorgeous I looked that night when we went to the concert?
Oh yeah, still in it. It was like a randomized sim.
You fucking read me. I was listening back to that episode. It was so funny. You're like, you're wearing a fur coat and no knickers. You rolled out of bed. You're in bits. No, I'm paraphrasing. But I was
You're
sure
wearing like a baseball cap and like a fucking fur coat. I was like, what?
I thought I looked so hot. I'm obviously didn't. But listen, the lies that you tell ourselves. I thought I was.
Maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe it wasn't for me.
Well, listen, it wasn't fucking for me either because no one kissed me that night. I was raging. Do you ever get that when you go out thinking you're going to meet someone, then you don't kiss anyone, and then you feel old and decrepit? Is that just me? Yes, that's just me. Like, the way you're looking at me right now.
I was going to say, I never feel like I'm going to go out and meet someone.
Well, it's actually a podcast, Neville, so you're going to have to say yes more than yes. I'm like, take a drink every time I fucking bring that. That was so iconic. God. It's actually a podcast, Neville. Can you say more than yes, please? Like, sorry. I get distracted. I get easily distracted, and I will tell 12 stories and finish 2 of them. What were we actually talking about?
Oh, speaking of stories, yeah. Because I was going to say, my go-to when I'm sewn is the Stephen Fry Harry Potters. Because love Miss Stephen.
Why do you hate trans women?
Well, I actually bought these before the black mold had destroyed her brain.
Black mold.
So, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the lore. The black mold lore. J.K. Rowling is obviously going off on a fucking. I miss the days of J.K. Rowling when she
miss the days when she would just shut the fuck up.
Do you remember?
Stop ruining
like
things.
Normalize silence from women. Let's bring that back. No, silence is J.K. Rowling. No, but do you remember?
Women should be read and not heard. No, honest to God, she needs to fucking just shut up.
But do you remember the days? I miss the days of J.K. Rowling when our biggest problem.
I miss the days when all I knew about her was her fucking name.
Do you know what I mean? But do you remember she used to drop random lore 12 years later, like after Harry Potter had been published.
Wizards used to shit on the street and magic it away.
But you remember? She would just be like, oh yeah, and like, just by the way, I know I wrote the books 59 years ago, but Dumbledore's a faggot now.
Yeah. Fagrid,
yeah. Shout out.
Hagrid used to fist Dumbledore in the office in between lessons.
But she dropped this random lore out of nowhere, and we would just have to accept it as fact, and it would be random news every now and again.
That was our first sign that the mold had begun.
The mold had begun.
We couldn't have known, but that was the first sign that the cognitive abilities had begun.
When mold takes over, yeah.
JK's gonna sue the pod.
I fucking
well,
hope
come on,
you can fucking try.
Come on, rebuttal, JK. We're gonna drag you.
Like we said, there will be a rebuttal episode at some point where people who have been maimed by this podcast can come on and say their piece.
Can come on because actually
you can show me your piece and then you can say your piece.
Oh my god! And you know what I was very pissed off about? The secrets of Dumbledore.
You fucking tell me. What's this now?
The secrets of Dumbledore.
Oh, this is
the terrible hate to be here, love to be here, whatever way you want to say it. The fucking secrets of Grindelwald, the secrets of Dumblecont, all these
secrets of Grindr. I could tell you a few secrets of Grindr.
Were shit. I think they were shit.
I saw the first.
The American
Can
ones?
I tell you a funny story?
No.
Okay. And that's the end of our episode. So me and my friend, I met Josh is getting another shout out. He's my British bestie. Shout out Joshua Harwood, friend of the pod. And we went to see a preview of the first Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
and where to find them. You know where you can find them in the George dressing room after the show. Oh man!
Now you can find them DVDs now. They're fucking €2 shop in the bargain bin.
Happy Christmas! But we went to a preview of the film that anyone could go to. But in our mind, we were at the premiere because we were just like manifesting and just being little divas. And I put on this was years before I'd even attempted or even drag was a twinkle in my eye. Hadn't even thought about it. I wore a bit of blue eyeshadow. And when I tell you, I posted a picture on Facebook.
And that's what triggered JK the first time.
The very much. And then
so it's your fault.
And
you and the mold.
And that's when the mold hit the first.
You should do a podcast with the mold.
Marry the mold. Marry the mold. But that's when JK's mold hit the first tower.
Yeah.
So basically, my parents rang me that night and they were like, why are you wearing blue eyeshadow? Do you want to be a woman or something? And I was bawling crying. We had a row. We didn't speak for about 2 days. And look at me now.
Oh my god.
But look how far we've come. My mum and dad.
They've come.
But they've come so far.
You dragged them kicking and screaming.
They've come further than all my dad's friends that I wrote in the last podcast.
Oh,
Those will be all business. No, but they've come so far. Like they're like Ariana Grinder's biggest fans now. My dad drives me to auditions. My dad's driven me to gigs in full drag. Like when I went into Panty Bar one of the weeks. Shout out Panty Bar, friend of the pod. I'm on tonight if you're listening, and it's Friday. I'm on every Friday for the Friday night grind from 8:30 to 12:30.
I'm gonna have to start charging Panty Bar for these fucking.
Do you know, free advertisements? Well, listen, they're paying me enough. We'll say no more. Don't threaten Panty to cut me wages. And I forgot my iPad one week, and my dad just drove it in. Like. Loves Ariana. I think they love Ariana more than they love Neville. That's another story for another pod.
Oh my god.
Listen, and it's so funny, my dad does all that now. He'd be like, oh my god. He'd be saying that, and he quotes your thing as well. I said that word then. And they come here again.
Shout out to Neville Bradley, friend of
the pod. Neville Bradley Senior.
Yeah.
Thank you. And come here to me. What was I fucking talking about?
Before we got distracted there, I was
sorry,
talking about before the brain rot had set in. I was talking about Stephen Fry's audiobook because I love Miss Stephen. He does very well.
But come here to me. The far right are going to be really pissed off with this reboot now because, to quote the far right, they're woke casting it.
Oh.
Now, because you know the way in the books there was only like one black person, one Chinese person,
somebody
one Irish person.
Looking back, the names were
the signs were there because we were kids. We didn't know any better, but now
Cho Chang, something Shacklebolt. The Irish guy was constantly blowing things up. I'm like, when you look back,
it was giving
signs to which we were blind.
Very much like stars are blind. Paris Hilton said it best. When you sing nothing at all.
Albus Dumbledore, because all gay guys are fucking dumb.
Very much.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Albus Dumbledore.
Harry, you put your name down, fucking gobble it.
That's exactly what he said, word for word. You say it best when you wear nothing at all.
You look your best when you're covered by the invisibility cloak.
You ugly bastard.
Oh my god.
Thank you. But speaking of the woke left and the woke casting, the alleged woke casting, the Harry Potter reboot, I have some tea, Tina. I've actually read some of the scripts. Don't ask me how because I can't fucking tell you. But if you come to see my show in Panty Bar, I'll tell you when there's no fucking voice recorders that can get me or anyone else cancelled. But I've read some of the scripts because someone I know is up for a role in the...
A role in the hay?
A role in the hay in the reboot Tina. It's actually very good. It's very Lord Tina. Like this, I know they said they're going to be exploring more of the books, but the scene I read was not in the fucking books.
So you're the woke left.
I am the woke left, but the scene I read was not even in the book, for the character who I can't. But I will say it's one of the main three. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I can say before I get.
If I was in charge of that, like I would just, I would weasel my way into casting a load of people to spite more. I'd be like, everybody's trans. Everybody's trans.
But from what I've heard, I shouldn't be excited about this. The woke casting is being. I'm doing inverted commas here. The alleged woke casting is woke casting. It's going to be woke casting. So a lot of people are going to be really pissed off. And you know what? I'm fucking delighted for them. I can't fucking wait.
Come here. As long as the show's good, I don't care really.
Do you know what I mean?
As long as it's good media.
And like we will be watching on the Dodgy Box. She's not getting me. She's not getting a stream out me. She's not getting. It's like the fucking new Scream film. Do you remember what happened with the fucking Scream film?
No.
So you're Melissa. I forget her second name. Melissa McCarthy.
Famous homophobe. Did you see that makeup in The Little Mermaid at Mama?
Oh, leave her. But she was a drag queen. Like before Melissa McCarthy, she's not transphobic or she's not homophobic. She was actually a drag queen.
Well, I disagree because that makeup was homophobic.
But the makeup artist was a man, so I think we should normalise blaming the man.
White male.
We should normalise blaming the man because Melissa McCarthy.
No, it's not Melissa's fault.
She was a drag queen.
She should have known better.
Should have said no. Should have gone home. Should have thought. So she's looking at me blankly here. It's Taylor Swift. That's fine. Should have thought twice before you let it all go.
When I saw the makeup, I just thought, poor unfortunate souls.
Me poor unfortunate hole. But that's just me in the boiler house for him. Oh, we didn't talk about the boiler house. Shout out boiler house, friend of the pod. Oh my god, do you remember the one time I was in the boiler house? We all went distractified.
Finish your woke casting
story. This is what happens to me. I always say.
And then we can transition.
Pardon the pun.
Double bubble boiler house and trouble.
Well, don't tell J.K. Rowling that we transitioned. What was it?
Double bubble boiler house and trouble.
Thank you, Mama.
J.K. would love that.
Oh, but no one tell J.K. or the moles. Marry the moles. # marry the moles. But anyway, Moldgate. What was I talking about, Adam? Help me!
Your Harry Potter script woke Tina.
Woke Tina Boots. Yeah.
And the Castellina, and you got to
gesticulate over the pages.
Gesticulate.
And it's so crunchy, mama. It's set in a... I can't even say. But this scene that I read...
Where people have read the books. I think you know where it's set.
I know.
No, they're doing it in
this scene is featuring a beloved character.
Yes.
In a setting where we have never seen this her before.
Hagrid in the Boiler House.
Very much.
That's why you wanted to talk about
That's
the Boiler
why
House.
I wanted to talk. But shout out Boiler, friend of the pod. Can I just say, the Boiler House play my music. Like, while people are lashing each other out of it. Let me just preface this by saying...
You're a faggot, Ariana!
If you're not a queer living in Ireland, you don't know what the Boiler House is. It's our gay sauna where people go and ride each other into oblivion. Allegedly. Into oblivion. The one time we went...
I've been in it exactly one time.
I've been in it exactly one time as well. And I see the owner all the time. He's always inviting me back and he's so nice. And he plays my music. I joked about it one time in a story being like, oh, they're playing me new song. And he's like, no, I'll play it for you. Send me the link. And then he said to me, he was like, would you mind bringing out more songs that aren't Christmas songs, because I can only really play them at Christmas time. I thought that was so nice. So I only really have two songs that aren't Christmas songs. Ice Cream Truck, shout out Ice Cream Truck, friend of the pod. You can hear the start of it as our little team tune at the moment. And I also have Catfish, but they're the only two songs that you can play that aren't like Christmas songs, so I need to bring out more songs, which I am, that they can play. So shout out Boiler House. But do you remember we played hide and seek chasing in the Boiler House?
Yeah, I was just going to say, but we have to tell our Boiler story.
Okay.
Because I don't know what day of the week it was when we went.
I remember it was my fault. I instigated it because I had just gotten home from living in London, and I used to always go to the saunas and stuff in London. Shout out what was it called?
It was called Platform 9 3 inches.
Smokebox, Shadowbox, Sweatbox, Platform 9 3 inches. That's very good. Sorry. Thank you. But yeah, I used to go to Sweatbox in London all the time. Ride whoever it happened.
Sure, you bleeding did.
That's my own business. I used to ride myself. I used to ride my way around. So that's my own business. Listen, I was sowing my wild oats. Nice mate.
Ariana Grindr, the Chamber of Secrets.
But listen. Happy Christmas. And then I came home and I was like, please bring me to the Boiler House. I need to see it. Like, I just want to say I went one time. So you and our mutual friend, we said, fuck it, we'll go. Yeah. We were locked off our duties. And we went into the change room, whatever, got our little towels and our key in our little locker, and we went around and we sat in the sauna, we sat in the jacuzzi, and then we had the bright fuck, because we weren't going to ride anyone. I don't know if it's because we weren't going to, or we just didn't see anyone we liked. But we decided to take it on ourselves.
I was like trying to hold in the fucking, not laughter, but I just thought it was the funniest. I don't know why. I was just giggling. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
No, I thought it was hilarious, but at the same time, if someone tickled
there wasn't really people there, and so me
I would have
and
left someone tickle me.
Oh my god.
We were so locked, so we decided, you know what, we're going to have a game of hide and seek chasing.
Hide and go seek chasing in the Boiler House.
So funny. And we were buzzing around.
Running around in towels.
Running around in our little towels, frolicking in the
wind. Right, you're on, so count and we'll go and hide. And there's like multiple levels just lit.
And people riding each other. There was one fella fast asleep, snoring in one of the little rooms. So I was like, I'm going to hide in here while he's fast asleep.
Our mutual friend was in his bath towel and fell down the stairs into the lobby.
It was like a spiral staircase, and he went bang, 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 down like a sack of fucking Mickeys. And I was like, he's dead. He was lying there splayed on the ground with the towel open. I said, oh my gosh. Like, Mickey just splayed out. And I was like, oh my god, I thought he was brown bread. And then I remember there was a magic trick involved, because I remember then we were having like, because we were all prone to a drink and a row. Why are we so toxic? It's so funny when I think back, like, when I think of all the times in my life when things went wrong, I'm like, am I the problem?
No, that was a gas night.
We had a tipple and a row, because we were prone to that, and we were outside, and I remember doing a magic trick, and I remember seeing there was a taxi coming, and I flagged it while you were rowing, and you sit and realise. So while you were rowing, I just jumped into a taxi and went home. Yeah, it was, because it was on the quays and it was bright out. And I remember I just disappeared into the night. I'm like, where the fuck did Neville go? I was like, I got a taxi home while you were rowing. I was like, ta-da! But yeah, that was me little Harry Potter magic trick.
Yeah, you got in and used the flute powder network.
I used the flute. I used a few flutes that night. That's me. I fucking wish I did. Listen, I would have been fucking hooring and touring around that house. There you go.
I was so young and innocent.
The lore. The Lord of the Rings.
The thing I always remember about that when we were playing Hide and Go Seek Chasing is, I remember you had all these mad tiled shower rooms, right? And there was no one fucking there. And I like ran around the corner, and then there was like another corner, which I'm sure people use for all sorts of, you know.
Licorice all sorts.
Yeah. Mixed bits and bobs. But I was standing there and I was laughing because I was like, they're never going to find me. And I heard whoever was looking for me, which I think it might have been the mutual friend, it could have been you, but I heard someone going up and down the corridor, and I was like trying not to piss myself laughing because I was like, they're never gonna find.
But listen, even if you did, I'm sure there was
That
someone
was
there who was into that.
fucking shower.
You could have pissed on someone.
And I
Human toilet is 4 meters away on Grindr. It's me. No, oh my god, I do not want that lore going around because I am not into that. Thank you. This is an official statement. Thank you. I'm not king shaming. We should bring back king shaming though, because some people have taken it far too far.
Bring back bullying.
Bring back bullying and bring back king shaming, because some of yous are fucking twisted. If I could turn back time,
I'd never go to Boiler House.
Oh, look at that far. You should have Boiler House friend of the
Shout out
pod.
to Boiler House.
But yeah, that was my little magic trick. I called it the magic trick, where I would just,
Nice.
you know, like an
Nice.
Irish. It was like an Irish goodbye, but it was like I called it the magic trick. That's right. Speaking of magic tricks, you can put that in your little transphobic memoir, you little mouldy cunt. Well, speaking of billionaires,
Speaking of mouldy
and
cunts.
silencing women that are only J.K. Rowling. Thank you. Billionaires. Tell me, mama. Spill the billionaire tea.
About the billionaire tea, I mean, there shouldn't be any billionaires in my opinion, but
Thank
oh,
you.
of course I would
No,
say
say
that
it.
because I'm not a billionaire.
Say their names. I believe. Now this might be very apparently I'm a communist now.
Defend, deny, depose.
All right, yeah.
We're on a
absolutely,
list. We're
Luigi.
on a list now.
We're on a list. Which well, let's add me to another fucking
Call me
list.
brother Mario because that Louis.
How many? Nice. Wait, no, but listen. How many fucking lists am I gonna be fucking put on? I'm so horny. I only have to look at if I'll be put on a list. Oh my god, that's a line for my upcoming one-woman stand-up show in the Dublin Fringe. Well, I've applied for it, so hopefully by the time this is out, I've been accepted into the Dublin Fringe for my one-woman show. But listen, happy Christmas, billionaires.
We've always been fringe in Dublin.
But I've been minged as well. I was on the Fringe and I was on the Minge, but that's BO business. I've been cured since. But billionaires, I think they should be outlawed. I think when you get €1 billion or dollars or pounds, I feel like it should be capped and redistributed to whoever. Like, so no one's homeless, no one is like hungry. Do you know what I mean?
Being a billionaire is a moral failing, and that sounds very, but it is.
Well, listen, what's what they say?
Is.
There's no ethical billionaires.
No.
And
How can you be?
I love Taylor Swift. But
Unless you're a billionaire for a short amount of time until you like redistribute your wealth.
Hello, Mum, Dolly.
Miss Daltina.
Tina Parton.
Daltina Versnacci.
Tina D. Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Be more Tina. No, be more Dolly. Be more Dolly. She's so good. Like, she's not a billionaire because she redistributes and she does that. Like, she fucking does school books. My nieces and nephews have Dolly Parton books
I was
in their
just
house.
going to say, my cousin is in the Dutch school in Tala, and they have like this thing about the Dolly Parton book program. I'm like, fantastic.
Like, when I stumble out the bed and tumble to the kitchen and I pour myself a cup of ambition,
Yeah.
and then I can learn how to read with Dolly Parton. Dolly
Absolutely.
Parton. Dolly Parton at the legs. Oh my god.
Do you know I was reading this fascinating thing before, and it was talking about like the top richest people in America.
I'm on about the bottoms.
Oh well, we'll get to them. We'll get
Well,
to them shortly. Well, it's talking about the top richest people in America.
Maybe.
It was this big list, and then they pulled in all these people from like different books and fantasy and media and stuff. And do you know? Well, obviously you know The Hobbit.
Yeah.
J.R. Tolkien, shout out to Tolkien, friend of the pod. Well, The Hobbit has the dragon.
Sophie Hart.
Smog, yeah. Smog the dragon in The Hobbit, right? He's like this literal, blown up fantasy version of the physical embodiment of greed, gluttony, avarice. You know, like just hoarding wealth. Yeah. And he's so like evil and sickly that the wealth he hoards, if somebody else gets it, they catch dragon sickness, and it makes them become this monster. Elon Musk and the Metaverse and
very much.
Zach and all the rest of them cunts.
And Zuckerberg's.
Yeah.
What's him that does the Zuckerberg's?
But literally this like embodiment of absolute greed and evil and disgusting carry-on behaviour, killing kingdoms of people for your gold and shit, right?
This is so real.
He is on this list, so they calculate based on the size of the mountain that he lives in and all the gold in it. This is what his wealth would be, okay? And on this list of real world billionaires,
and as queer people, we know a thing or two about a list.
Yeah, but on the list of real world billionaires, he's number 17, and everybody else are real billionaires. So you're literally worse than this like.
I'm sorry, string that. Oh god, no! Actually, I'm gonna get Luigi. No,
deny, defend, depose.
No, what I'm saying is we don't need billion. What's a billion? Is a billion like 1,000 million? It's something mad like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you don't need that.
But there's people who have like hundreds of billion.
You don't.
There's people who have like trillions. What the fuck are you doing with it, Mary?
Sitting on a fucking smog.
You big hoarding dragon cunt.
Sitting on your fucking goals. Send in the clowns.
Send in the dwarves.
And the fuck, I'm crowning. And I'm clowning. Listen.
Slay a dragon, bitch. Slay a dragon.
No.
But no, like, it's grand for
Please
me.
welcome to the stage, Slay a Dragon.
Me sitting here saying that now, I billionaires actually, but no, honest to God, I really don't think in my heart of hearts, it's like the same way I don't think I could just murder somebody or something. I'm like, not for no reason, bitch. Not for no reason.
But this is the thing, like
I could not have that amount of money and sit on it.
You couldn't.
I literally couldn't do it.
Thank God we were like that because Jesus, because obviously there's people like that in the world who are like
sociopaths.
Like a damn sociopath. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had to bring up the wise prophet Olivia Rodrigo one more time. It wouldn't be fucking like me. But billionaires. No, but to be fair, like I was writing me one woman show for the Fringe, hopefully this September. And I was looking at billionaires because I'm doing a piece about billionaires. But apparently there's 11 Irish billionaires, and I'm like, listen, there's like 7 million people in Ireland. We can fucking take them. You grab them by the arms, I grab them by the legs. Lauren over here will empty his fucking pockets.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Redistribute the wealth.
Mm-hmm. Civil disobedience, mama.
But apparently I said that to someone that called me communist, so I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a drag queen.
No, but I think they like to use language and stuff. It's as a weapon to be like, if you challenge the status quo, well then you're labelled as a this or a that. Well, are you a socialist? I'm like, I don't know, Mary. Does that make sense?
So the status of the episode is, or we just bring back class wars. We're doing a class war. String them up.
Did I defend the post?
French. What's that French thing? That's French Revolution. Yeah. French Revolutionized.
Let the meat cake. That's all fucking Zuckerberg.
Very much, but like, listen, this wouldn't happen in France. This wouldn't roll.
Heads will roll.
Heads will roll. Listen, a chicken fillet roll. Try and fucking stop us.
So basically, we just cured wealth disparity in the world.
Elon Musk is fucking shaking, and your man Mark Zuckerberg will be doing all the sucking when he's in prison.
Elon Musk rap.
Oh, and it'll be fucking musky. Oh, it'll be fucking Elon. Oh, I saw this thing online where someone said Elon Musk sounds like a lesbian fragrance. It's an Elon Musk. Big shout out lesbians, friend of the pod. Listen, I can say it. Some of my best friends are lesbians. Shout out Emma from the Panty Bar and the Penny Lane, friend of the pod.
So I can say about that because some of my best friends are billionaires.
Listen, happy fucking Christmas. Speaking of which, come here to me now. It is gonna be Paddy's Day before we know it.
Oh my God, Kate made a falter.
Cute. Listen, I'm more than likely going to be in Panty Bar. I usually am for Paddy's Day, and I fucking love Panty Bar on Paddy's Day. It's just, it's like,
it's great. I've been there a couple of times.
It's just so good. And even as me, as a sober diva who doesn't drink, the life I get from the audience and from the crowd and the excitement of the day is just so stunning, gorgeous, and iconic. And I'll go and I'll shake my duties.
Brazilians really turn it out for Paddy's Day.
They really fucking do. Yeah. Like they really do, and the place is green, and it's like Pride, but it's even more like I just love it so much, and it's stunning, gorgeous behaviour. I'm very excited about it. I will say this will be my third sober. Now I'm only sober a year, but this will be my third sober Paddy's Day. Because remember last year I just started, and then the year before I was just sober because I was just trying it out or whatever for the lols, and thank God I did, because I'm tell you a traumatic story. Bumping into my ex-boyfriend, I got out of the taxi because it could only take me so far because all the roads were closed for the parade or whatever. And keep in mind, when I was with my ex-boyfriend, he was supportive of my drag, but also quite cruel. Like I was a baby queen at the time, and he'd be supportive, taking pictures and stuff, but he'd make really he'd make these horrible remarks.
Sometimes you say cruel when you mean honest.
And anyway, in Annie's ways, I remember I was at the Pride Parade. It was our only
Taverno.
We were at Dublin Pride Parade, and Panty was like on like one of the floats or whatever, on a bus or whatever, and I was like waving up.
She's always floating that one.
That's a room. We all float. But she was on the float, and I was waving up at her, and she was waving down at me. And my ex goes to me, serious? Do you know? He was like, she doesn't even know who you fucking are. It's not really horrible. I was like, that's my drag mother. Yeah. Sorry. And he was like, she doesn't even know who you are. Like, that's your water. But he was like, that's so embarrassing. And he was serious as a heart attack, and I was so hurt over this. And I'm like, and little does he know, now I have my own show. She's my drag mother.
You said, don't talk about my roar.
Best friends. That's my mother. Thank you. I remember one time there was an article in GCN, shout out GCN, friends of the pod, and they were like, Panty's drag daughter cast a new or whatever, and I messaged her. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise they were going to like basically use your name to sell a product. And she was like, it's fine. It's like, if you can get column inches out of me, she was like, you can use me as whenever you want. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. She was like, no. She was basically like, go to take my name to the bank basically and get what you need. I was like, I thought that was so cunty and slay. I was like, thanks, Panty. And now it's like, take a drink every time I call Panty my drag mother. Lol.
I did a couple of years ago. I was chatting to Panty out in the kind of outside little street party area on. It could have been Pride, but I'm nearly sure it was Patrick's Day. No, it wasn't Pride because I wasn't in drag. I generally tend to do a bit of drag for Pride. But Patrick's Day I don't because, you know, the real rare times, the real people.
The very much.
And I was trying to
or else you'll end up brown bread.
Check out
Nice yeah.
But I have so Panty is one that if I do go to town on Patrick's Day, I like to go to Panty. But I have the St. Patrick's Day tradition.
Nice.
And this is something that everybody with internet access can join me in. It's an absolute slay boots to have.
Okay, I'm listening.
So if you go onto YouTube and type in Ronnie Drew documentary, right?
Okay.
It must have been filmed in probably like 1980, maybe 1982. But it's Ronnie Drew, and he's telling you about the rare old times in Dublin, and he's walking around all the old places in Dublin. And he brings it around. It's about 45 minutes long, and he tells you about, and this song, The Taker of the Manto, was about the women of the night, and they would frequent Lord Mayor Street and all this. It is so cunty.
Are you a top?
Raising songs and stories. It's fucking great. It's just if you type in Ronnie Drew documentary.
Yeah. So was this a drinking game?
You can make one if you want.
Every
time he says something and then slightly stops.
Take a drink.
Take a drink.
Nay.
What was it? When the land is bare and no rashes graze your pan, a pint of playing is their only man.
I never told you what happened with my ex. So I got out of the taxi and I was running towards Panty Bar, and at this point I had a proper glow up. I was wearing a gorgeous wig, a gorgeous outfit, breast, boobs and titties out. And I saw him and he saw me and he was like, oh hi, and he was like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. I gave him a hug. Do you know what I mean? Should have said no. Should have gone home. Alright, Taylor. Twice in the one gig. She's still looking at me like, oh my god, why are you singing this Taylor Swift song that I don't know on the pod? But listen.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. The real people of Dublin. Shake it off.
And a nice thing. Shake it tough. Shake it tough.
When you can't shake it off, a pint of playing is your only man.
This popular musical artist, Conrad Swift. Shake it off. Shake it off. And it's a shake it off cocktail. Thank you. But yeah, so I was like, gave him a hug, and then he was like, your makeup's incredible. And then he goes, backhand compliment, you finally took my advice. I'm sorry.
This little bitch who didn't do makeup.
Not a day in his life.
Fucking
sorry. I was just like, and this is the one that got conscripted into the Lithuanian army.
Well, now I'm delighted you did.
Oh, well, listen, he got out of it. That's his own business. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, he goes, oh, you finally took my advice, and I was shook. But anyway, he was running off. He goes, I'm going to get my friends. We're going to Panty. I was like, oh, you mean where I'm playing? So I was in Penny Lane first, and then I was mincing across the road to Panty Bar.
Terrorising everyone.
Thank you. So I had 2 gigs that day. I was like, oh, he's like, I'll see you later. So did my gig in Penny Lane, went up to the gorgeous staff area to have a little chill out because I had a half an hour between shows. And then I was waiting for this.
A pint of playing.
This was so cunty, by the way. So he was like, where are you? I'm in Panty Bar waiting for you. I was like, okay, fan behaviour. Anyway, but I was like, oh, I'll be down in a few. I'm just waiting for the security to come and get me. It gets really busy, so usually security or Emma will bring me across the road because like when it's like the street party, it's very busy and people want to take a picture with the local drag queen. Like it's very like you won't get across, and because I'm like covering like someone's finishing the music and I have to continue and vice versa. So like they can't leave to go to their next gig until I get there. So they bring me over really quickly. So I'll be there in a few minutes. So I'm just waiting for the security to come and bring me over. Very Continina for Snatchy. I felt like Whitney Houston. Clitney Houston. Yeah. And so I came in and he was there with another man and all his friends, and he was wearing the face off this fella. He literally was asking me to come. He was like, Neville, you need to come down to work so you can watch me make out with this guy. He had him up against a pillar. They were both looking at me, making eye contact with me while they were both kissing. Now keep in mind, this man.
Maybe they wanted a third.
That's their own business. It wasn't getting a bit of me.
You can have a third.
Listen, you can have it. Yeah, fucking shite all over you dirty bastard. No, people are gonna think I have these weird kinks. Anyway, that's your own business. Let me put that the record. Let me set the record straight. We did meet one time at school. Thank you. Anyway, and to make a long story painful, they were both kissing the face off each other and looking at me. It was so weird. I remember Stephen Dale almost there for a bit, and I was like, that's my ex over there. He's being so weird. So the
gays they really just shove it down their throat sometimes.
I fucking wish they were, but that's real business.
But they really just
shove it down my throat, mama. But just to fucking wind them up, you know what I did while they were wearing the face off each other, looking at me? I played Ice Cream Truck by Teen Pop Sensation Ariana Grindr. So they were kissing to my song. I thought it was so Continina for Snatchy. But then
that's like MK Ultra.
The very much. Thank cute. So basically, the guy he was kissing was wearing so much foundation, like really bad. Like, do you ever see Flashback Mary, the James Charles? Like, he was wearing so much makeup.
He was wearing the Pantene Whip Mousse he was giving.
Very much, but it wasn't cunty.
Well,
it was too much. And later that night, my ex-boyfriend, it was like he was, I'm gonna get him back. It was like he was flirting with me, and he sent me a picture of his shirt splayed on his bed, covered in makeup, being like, oh, I'm never letting you hug me again, wink face. And I'm like, Mary, that wasn't me. That man you were with was wearing more fucking makeup than me, and I'm a fucking drag queen. Now, I didn't say that. I was just being nice, and I just said, play stupid games to win stupid prizes. Yeah. And then...
Also, my breastplate didn't have foundation and concealer on it.
Do you know what I fucking mean? Yeah. I was like, you and that fucking pover that you know. Is pover a slur? I don't know. But you and that fucking imbecile that you're wearing the face off. Now, I didn't say anything. I was just a bigger person. I just said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And then like I left him on red then because it was a power move. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, I'm the one in power here. This is whatever. And then a week later, he messaged me again to be like, oh, I didn't even realise that was a Taylor Swift lyric. And you know what I did? Absolutely nothing. I left him on red again. The little bastard. And he's the one that broke my heart. It was a power move for me because he's the one that broke my heart. He was an arsehole to me. In the last month, he was so toxic. I don't want to say the word abusive because that word abusive gets thrown around very willy-nilly now, but he was emotionally neglectful and really hurtful in our final hours. And I just felt so good to be...
But if you feel like you were abused... That's your prerogative to feel that way.
That wasn't even my language. That was my family members. Because I used to get so annoyed.
I didn't like him either, and I told you that a few times in a nice way. I was like, he's been an asshole. It's so funny. I was like, okay.
I remember like my family members all started like following him on social media, and I was like, no, please, this is my future husband. And then like a month later, we were broken up. So I was like, never mind. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, he's the one that has since been a victim of.
He's fighting vampires now.
He's fighting vampires now. I think he was a victim of marriage fraud.
Oh,
so
worked here.
Listen, like I said it once and I'll say it again. Everyone got what they deserved. Do I sound bitter? Bitter in the clitter. Oh bitterest, my bitterest. I'm flicking my bitterest off here.
When your heart is broke and your boyfriend's a cunt, and the Russians graze your pan, a pint of playing is your only man.
And on that note,
I have been Queen of the Moon.
And I've been, please say it in your voice.
No!
No, that's funny. And I've been teen pop sensation Ariana Grindr, and this is Glam is on Grind.
Goodbye.
That was good, I think.